Ladies and gentlemen, this is your WWE SmackDown review on Friday, July 16th, 2021. I am Joseph Conlon here on the Big Fight Field channel, and I thank you all for joining me here tonight on this Friday night. I hope you guys enjoyed SmackDown tonight, man. I thought it was a good show tonight. Pretty good show tonight in Houston, Texas. As you guys know, the lead up tonight was the first night back with fans in attendance full-time for WWE. I thought Houston was a good crowd tonight, man. I thought they were really hot in the beginning with the six-man tag and the Bianca Belair match and the main event and the Baron Corbin stuff. I thought they were a very good crowd tonight. They were pretty into it, besides a match which we will get to. And it just feels so good, man, to have this fresh atmosphere in the air for these shows. Because as you guys know, in the Thunderdome, there was just no energy for these Thunderdome shows. I appreciated the Thunderdome for the first couple months, but then come January or come after WrestleMania, right after WrestleMania, they went right back into the Thunderdome, and I'm like, we got to get back to live fans. These shows cannot continue to be the way they are with silence, and they need fans. They need fans at their shows, man. I'm very, very happy about this. It makes me excited. I was excited for tonight's show, which I thought was a good show. And I'm even more excited for the pay-per-view on Sunday, the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I have a feeling that could be a great show if the booking on that show is good. I'm just praying the booking on that show Sunday night is good. And, you know, it makes me excited to go back to a wrestling show, man. It really is. I can't wait to get back in there cheering and all that stuff. I'm probably going to tweet this out tomorrow, but this makes me even more excited to go to Monday Night Raw in Orlando, Florida on August 9th, my birthday. And more importantly, hopefully NXT goes back to Full Sail, because I would love to get to the NXT shows at Full Sail, man. That Full Sail crowd for NXT is awesome, man. It is really awesome. And like shows like tonight, it makes me want to go back and be a part of that crowd, man. It really does. And I'm excited that we have crowds back now, not only in WWE, but in AEW. And both shows have new, fresh atmosphere, a new, fresh of an atmosphere for both of these shows. And I'm very happy about that. I really am. But I thank you for joining me tonight. This is a big night here on the channel, big weekend. We got SmackDown and Money in the Bank. No Slammiversary on tomorrow night. I'm going to be at a party, so I'll probably just watch the highlights on Sunday before Money in the Bank. So I thank you all for joining me. If you have not already, we got two big videos that just happened, and both are over 100 views, man. So I thank you so much for all of y'all who tuned into those videos and checked it out, left your thoughts. We got the Fyter Fest Night 1 review, which is at 108 views. And we got the Money in the Bank review, which is at 111 views. So, if you guys have not already, be sure to go ahead and check out both of those videos if you have not already. And let's try to get this one to 100, man. Like I said, big night. Trying to get this one over 100 views. And you know what, man? I think we can do it. Let's do it tonight. Let's get this SmackDown review over 100 views. Shall we? I think that'd be great. We opened up tonight's show with a video package welcoming back the fans. We then got the SmackDown theme song with a thunderous ovation from the Houston crowd. Absolutely loved it. Music to my ears, hearing those cheers. And then the first person out was Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon walked out. He greeted the Houston crowd, and all he said was, "Where the hell have you been?" And he left. Typical Vince McMahon, man. Typical Vince McMahon. The guy's 76 years old. I don't think he should be on television that much at the age of 76, and clearly he does not want to be on TV either. So he said 6 words, and he walked out. Then we got the 6-man tag, which, looking back on it, is a smart idea to open up the show with, because this crowd for the first 30 minutes was hot. This was a hot crowd for the first 30 minutes. Roman Reigns came out to, just like WrestleMania, Roman Reigns came out to a mixture of cheers and boos. I heard more cheers coming off the television screen. If there's someone who was at Houston tonight for the show and you went to the show, let me know in the comments below. Did it come off Roman Reigns getting cheered or booed at the Toyota Center tonight? Because when watching it from my perspective of TV, it sounded like more cheers than boos. So we opened up with Roman Reigns teaming up with the Usos against the Mysterios, who they got a good ovation, and Edge. Biggest pop of the whole night, man, was Edge. Unbelievable. You even heard Michael Cole on commentary say, "Wow," when he came out. That was pretty awesome. I thought this was a very good 6-man. Very good 6-man tag to open up the show. Crowd was totally into it from the get-go. Heels got the win. The heels got the win once the Usos rolled up. I think it was Jey Uso who rolled up Rey Mysterio, and then after the match, there was a big brawl. Roman Reigns and Edge got into it, and Roman Reigns Superman punched Edge. Then he went for a steel chair. He got a leg of a steel chair, and he broke it, and Edge gave Roman Reigns a big spear, and he did the same thing he did to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania to him tonight. And then Edge held up the Universal Championship high above his head. So there you go. Edge is not winning the Universal Championship on Sunday. We knew that beforehand, but that pretty much confirms it without the show even happening, that Edge is not going to beat Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. Not happening. Negative. But also on Sunday, we are getting the Usos challenging the Mysterios for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And I don't know why this is happening at Money in the Bank and not at SummerSlam. I would have waited to done this at SummerSlam, but with tonight's result and the outcome, I got the Mysterios retaining the tag team titles on Sunday. I think they beat the Usos. They retained the tag team championships. And the Mysterios are going to drop those titles to the Alpha Academy, whether that is on an episode of SmackDown or that's at a SummerSlam. Chad Gable and Otis, the Alpha Academy, are your next tag team champions, I think. And I think they should, because, quite frankly, as of late, I'm digging the Alpha Academy. I'm very, very pleased with how they have been booked, especially Otis. The way Otis is booked now is how Otis should have been booked going into Money in the Bank last year. That's how he should have been as the Money in the Bank last year. Then maybe I could take Otis a little bit more seriously as a world champion. But he's still not championship material. So I thought it was a good 6-man tag to open up the show. Then we got Sami Zayn coming out. He says, the one missing piece I haven't had in this conspiracy theories that I need help with is you. Yes, you, the fans. You can help me figure out all the conspiracy theories. Justice for Sami. And he tried to get a justice for Sami chant. And it was a mixed reaction, more boos. And he said, I guess hee-haws in Texas aren't smart enough. I thought that was funny. Hee-haw. Some of you hee-haws in Texas aren't smart enough. I thought that was funny. They brung out the Prince. Brung out the former NXT champion, Finn Balor. Finn Balor is back. Finn Balor is on SmackDown and not Monday Night Raw. It's glad to see Finn Balor on SmackDown, man. He looks good. It's no longer darkened when he does his entrance. He is back to his old main roster entrance, but he's still the Prince. So he's back. Sami Zayn tried to say some stuff to him, and then Finn Balor gave him a shotgun dropkick and a coup de grace from the top rope. So Finn Balor's back on SmackDown. That's a good thing. I would much rather see him on SmackDown than Monday Night Raw. And I think Finn Balor is your next Intercontinental Champion. There were reports going out that Vince McMahon is no longer pushing Cesaro after this feud with Seth Rollins. Very, very stupid in my opinion. Cesaro's right there too. He could be a possible challenger for Apollo Crews and the Intercontinental title. But I think it's Finn Balor. I think Finn Balor is going to be your guy to beat Apollo Crews for that Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. And you make that title prestigious and you make it mean something on SmackDown around the waist of Finn Balor. And I think Finn Balor, his reign as Intercontinental Champion in 2019 was just not good. With the whole Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush stuff, he won it at WrestleMania, and they did nothing with it. They really did nothing with him as the Intercontinental Champion, and it was a missed opportunity in my opinion. Hopefully they get it right this time. Hopefully they are smart enough to make it right on this time. But you take the Intercontinental Championship and you put on somebody like a Finn Balor, and then you have the mid-card division with Cesaro and Owens and Nakamura and Corbin and Sami Zayn and maybe Bronson Reed when he comes up to the main roster. WWE, if they wanted to, keyword if, can have a very nice mid-card division on SmackDown. I think it would benefit them a lot to have that a good mid-card division on SmackDown for themselves. So Finn Balor's back, and looks like his first match is going to be against Sami Zayn. What a coincidence. If you guys remember, 2019, when Sami Zayn came back, his first match was against Finn Balor. And now, in 2021, Finn Balor comes back to the main roster, and his first match is against Sami Zayn. I don't know. I just found that coincidental, and I wanted to bring that up. Tag team match. This was quote-unquote a tag title eliminator or something. I'm not sure. But we had Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Nox go up against Natty and Tamina in another non-title match. Shotzi and Tegan Nox got no reaction. They really did not get a reaction, and that sucks to see. Hopefully they're not punished for it. Hopefully they're not taken off TV for it, because they are really good, man. Especially Tegan Nox. I don't want to see her off of television. She deserves to actually be pushed on SmackDown. But am I shocked about this? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You want to know why I'm not shocked about this, folks? It's because WWE just last week put these two in a random tag team when Tegan Nox just came back to NXT, and for about 6 months, Shotzi Blackheart was in a tag team with Ember Moon in NXT. They were the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Excuse me. They were the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, and they got called up to the main roster. No vignettes, no video packages, no hype. They just put these two in a tag team together. No video package, no background story. Like, here you go. New tag team right here. Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Nox. There you go. And how can we possibly care about them if there's no build-up to it? So, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked that they didn't get a pop. I'm not shocked that the crowd didn't react to them that much. But I barely paid attention to this match. If you walked away for a couple minutes, you missed the entire... You missed the entire match if you walked away for a couple seconds. Shotzi and Nox. Excuse me, man. Now the effects are coming into me, man. 5 days of work this week. I'm getting tired. But Shotzi and Nox got the win, and they're getting a tag title match. Good for them. Does WWE actually give them the tag team championships? Who knows? Who knows? But the crowd doesn't care. Creative doesn't care about the tag titles, so why should we? That's what I say about them. We had the SmackDown Women's Championship on the line. Carmella versus Bianca Belair. And man, I'm really happy about the ovation Bianca got. She's really over, man. Fans from tonight in Houston loved Bianca Belair. They were chanting EST. They got a great ovation with her when she came out. When she was walking backstage, getting ready to go out for a match, they cheered loud. I'm very happy she got a loud reaction, man. I feel like she's one of these superstars on SmackDown that need to be in front of a live audience, because I really wasn't feeling her. I was feeling her like the hype train during the build with Sasha Banks, but I was not feeling the hype train when she was feuding with Bayley. Not at all. But now she's back on SmackDown in front of live fans, and I'm not solidly back on it yet, but I'm quite happy she got the ovation that she got, because she deserves it. She deserves it. In my opinion, on the main roster, she's the MVP of the division this year. It's either her or Sasha Banks. So she retains the title over Carmella. This was a 9-minute match. This was a decent match at best. Carmella was a plan B because Bayley was injured, of course. And I actually have news on Bayley right when after we talk about this match. Carmella, she was the plan B for Bayley. She took the loss. She took a hair whip to the stomach, and then the KOD, kiss of death, and Bianca retained the SmackDown Women's Championship over Carmella. Big ovation. This was a great night for Bianca, and really proud of her. Really proud of her, man. I think she's going to thrive in front of a large crowd now. Now that I saw the ovation that she got tonight, the match she had with Carmella, which was not bad, I really think Bianca Belair is she's gonna start to get hot again in front of these live crowds. Now, speaking of Bayley, Bayley has an ACL injury, and it was reported by Dave Meltzer, I believe. I'm not so sure. I don't have it written down or anything, but according to Meltzer, I believe, Bayley is actually going to have a role while she's injured. She's actually going to be a producer with TJ Wilson, Tyson Kidd, for women's matches on both Raw and SmackDown, because there's a lot of women backstage who go to Bayley for advice on how their match should go. And, that's great to hear, because Bayley is one of their best women's wrestlers in the entire company, if not the best women's wrestler in the entire company, outside of, I would say, Sasha Banks and Asuka. Those are the three best women's wrestlers on the main roster in the WWE. So I think that's a great role for Bayley. She has a great mind in women's wrestling, and I think she can even help out, hopefully, some of the stuff going on Monday Night Raw, because their division, their women's division is just not good. It's not good, and it needs help. It needs help. Just look at the division over there on Raw. That's all you have to know. But Bianca retained the title tonight against Carmella in 9 minutes. Decent match. Next, we had Cesaro versus Otis, which, this was ending very quickly. I don't even know why this was on the show. You could have just not had this on the show, and you could have given more time to the main event, or you could have given more time to Bianca and Carmella. This felt pretty unnecessary. Cesaro wins by a DQ. He gets attacked by Gable after the match. Gable goes after Cesaro. Cesaro counters it. He gets him in a swing position. And Otis bulldozes Cesaro. And Cesaro is down, laying. So I guess for the time being, we're getting an interim feud with Cesaro and the Alpha Academy. I don't really know if you guys care, but I don't seem to care. Like I said, this could have easily been left off the show tonight, and we could have given the time that these two got, we could have added it to Bianca Belair and Carmella. We could have added it to the main event. So I didn't really care about it at all. Baron Corbin Baron Corbin came out next. Man, this guy's defeated. This guy is defeated. This guy's his hair is so distracting. Seriously, his hairline is like a curve like this. He's got gray hair, a gray beard. This guy comes out with black pants, a white unbuttoned shirt. He's got stains all over his shirt. He's talking about how his family's broke now. He's got no money. His daughter's eating pasta out of a can. And the worst thing about this is the Houston crowd gave Corbin the what chant. You heard loud, what? What? And the one thing I did not miss with wrestling crowds in WWE and in AEW were stupid and moronic what chants. I can't stand it. It's super annoying. It really is, man. And you will never, at a Raw or a SmackDown, at Raw on August 9th, you will not catch me doing a what chant. Because I can't stand it. I can't stand the what chants whatsoever. And there you go. I just said the word what. What? But Corbin now has a website, CorbinFund.com. He's asking, it's actually a website. It is actually a website. I am going to pull it up right here for you folks. I'm not going to show a picture because I don't want to get copyrighted, but if you want to, you can go to www.corbinfund.com. And his targeted goal is $100,000 for Baron Corbin. It says, and I quote, "Due to financial difficulties, this page is currently under construction. However, Baron Corbin finds strength in the ongoing support and prayers from the WWE Universe and looks forward to your donations soon." Are you going to donate to Baron Corbin? Yeah, that would actually be funny if people start donating to Baron Corbin. They're going to start having wrestlers and maybe Pat McAfee, will you guys give Baron Corbin a donation? That's where I don't know. I might, maybe $5. What's $5 is not going to kill me. So 5, 10, 15, why not? I'm actually legit. I'm entertained by this. I am curious to see what happens next, and it looks like we might have his next feud, because Kevin Owens comes out to a thunderous pop. I love that. Kevin Owens is really over, and he greets the WWE Universe. He gets a KO chant, and Corbin says, "You're a really good man. We both come from the same cloth. We are family men. You know the difficulties I'm going through right now." And Kevin Owens he has enough of it, and he gives Corbin a stunner. And there goes Corbin. Corbin's out. And then we had the main event. Fatal 4-way with all the men's Money in the Bank ladder match competitors. Kevin Owens, Big E, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Seth Rollins. This match felt way too short. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. They went to a commercial after the first 45 seconds of this match, and they came back, and there was like 5 minutes of action, and the match was over. So, this match could have easily went on longer. We were having a big spot. Rollins got a ladder on the outside. He placed Nakamura on it. Kevin Owens knocked Rollins off. Kevin Owens right onto the top, and he gave Shinsuke Nakamura a diving elbow drop through the announce table. That was awesome, and that received a holy shit moment from the Houston crowd. Then inside the ring, Big E goes for a big ending on Rollins. Rollins reverses it into a sling blade, and then Rollins hits a curb stomp onto the ladder. He hits Big E with a curb stomp onto the ladder. Rollins covers him. 1, 2, 3. And then after the match, to end the show, Rollins climbs up. He is laughing like the Joker, and he grabs the Money in the Bank contract. Seth Rollins is not winning Money in the Bank. Good. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need the contract. He got into another face-to-face confrontation with Edge tonight, and the story between those two does not make sense with Rollins being Money in the Bank. It just doesn't. Because the story is Edge took Seth Rollins' opportunity away from him at the Universal Championship and Roman Reigns. So, Rollins is not winning. Good. That briefcase needs to be saved for either Shinsuke Nakamura or Big E. I would prefer Big E, but those are your two big names who should win Money in the Bank. If it's not Shinsuke, it should be Big E. And if it's not Big E, it should be Shinsuke. I don't think anybody on the Monday Night Raw side should win the contract besides maybe Matt Riddle. But I'm going with Big E to win Money in the Bank. I think him being Money in the Bank, him and Nakamura would get the two biggest pops unhooking the contract. Those would get the two biggest reactions of the entire night on Sunday. This was a fun night, man. I enjoyed it. A good show tonight. I enjoyed it. Fans are back. They brought the fresh air out of the what we've been seeing the past couple months in the Thunderdome. And now we'll get to see them week in, week out, which I couldn't be any more happier about. And that wraps up the SmackDown review here tonight on the Big Fight Field channel. I want to thank all of you guys who tuned into tonight's review. If you have not already, man, be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Field channel. Got Money in the Bank review Sunday night. We got the Money in the Bank review here on the channel, so you're going to want to have the bell on for notifications. You're going to want to subscribe to the Big Fight Field, and on Sunday before Money in the Bank, I'll also let you guys know what videos are going to be happening next week. I actually might be doing something Friday night next week, so as of right now, I don't know if there's going to be a SmackDown review Friday night. I'll keep you guys updated with that. But be sure to subscribe for the Money in the Bank review Sunday. Comment down below your thoughts about tonight's episode of SmackDown, the first show with fans back in attendance. Hit the like button if you like what you heard from me in tonight's review. And go ahead and follow me on Twitter and Instagram, man, at Conlon_Joseph. And guys, I will see you Sunday night for the Money in the Bank review here on the Big Fight Field channel, man. You guys have a great night. Stay safe. And as always, man, stay classy.